What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe, neverstate.com. And above all of the emails I get emailed constantly about lifters who are a little bit advanced in their training. They've been around for many years and they've been going about, they're a little bit older, they've been doing their thing. But the biggest thing about getting older is that you're not dead. You can still do stuff, right? So I'm sitting here with Dave and Dave. Dave is the bald one. So right behind me here, we have David Lee, who is the current Masters Maryland Strongest Man. How old are you, Dave?
52.
52. And then we have David Johns over here, who is a world champion powerlifter, who is just starting strongman, but has been there and done that with everything in powerlifting. Dave, how old are you?
52.
All right, so pretty much what we're gonna be talking about, guys, is just different things that need to change. Get these guys to opinion. They're obviously two highly decorated, highly performing 50-year-olds, and a lot of you are in the same boat, and you need a couple ideas and some advice on how to continue to train for longevity for young guys, things that they wish they would have said. So, guys, I'm just gonna turn it over to them, ask them some questions, and let them get after it. All right, so question number one. What ways has your training and recovery changed since you've been getting older, since you've been getting up in age? How's your training changed and your recovery versus when you guys were younger?
Listen to my body a lot more. Figure out if you're not feeling a certain way on a certain day, don't worry about it. Train speed. If you're not feeling strong, train speed. If you're feeling extremely strong, train heavy. Listen to your body. If there's something hurting, you're probably doing something wrong, and get some help at figuring out what it is.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, you need more time to recover. I mean, that's just the reality. When you get older and your body changes, your hormone levels change, it just requires more rest, more food, and just, you have to be smarter. You have to be, when we were young, you could go, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
You could go balls to the wall, and you could come in the next day and do the same thing, and you could still recover, no problem. When you get past 40, it really starts to taper down. When you get 50, it's like once jumping off a cliff. You really have to change. You just have to change your focus. Everything's about recovery.
Yeah, you got to sleep. You got to get good sleep.
CPAP. If if you're a guy of size like us, you probably have sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality. It's not just big, huge, fat people with whose throats are collapsing. It's big guys with a lot of muscle who
Because throat size don't change.
I wake up without a CPAP 10 times a night, completely out of and you need sleep, and you need restful sleep for at least 8 hours. If you're not getting that 8 hours of sleep, your training's going to suffer. That's just the reality.
Absolutely. So with that in mind, you guys, looking back, if you guys go back to your 20-year-old selves, watching you guys do your curls and your bench press, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self? What training advice do you guys wish that someone would have came up and told you, or do you wish you would have started earlier, or whatever the case may be?
I would have learned how to bench press properly.
Yeah.
At 20 years old. I probably wouldn't have to have my second shoulder surgery on this one next month. Find a trainer, get instruction from someone who is a seasoned veteran in whatever type of lifting you're doing, and listen to them. It's going to feel strange when you do it the right way the first time. It always does. But learn the right way.
Yep.
To me, it's the big three. Squat, the bench, the deadlift. When I was 30, I began powerlifting. That's when the journey started. From 20 to 30, I feel like I wasted 10 years. When I hit 30, I had a powerlifter come to me and tell me, I can turn your body around and get you big and jacked. And so I went on a powerlifting program, and boom, my numbers started changing. My weight started to move up. I got thicker.
So when you started chasing performance, size and strength came.
Rather than aesthetics.
Exactly.
The aesthetics come. I mean, you're gonna get.
Yes.
You're gonna be jacked. I mean, look at Brian. You're gonna have traps. You're gonna have biceps. He doesn't do curls. He's not standing around here looking in. There's no mirrors in here. No one's standing around looking in mirrors. It's about performance, and if you can perform, you can see it.
Yep.
Right? People that are really high performance athletes, you can tell when you look at them. You see them walking down the street, like, yeah, that guy's high speed.
That's a dangerous man, as opposed to that's a
speed.
Beautiful car that can't drive anywhere.
Right. I mean, I spent too much time doing curls, looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger's biceps and going, ooh, I want to do that. But you know what? The 70% of your upper arm is your tricep.
Yeah.
Right? So do functional movements and the size will come.
Absolutely.
You know, pick stuff up, carry it. I mean, that's what I've learned now, you know, doing strongman is, you know, pick stuff up and move with it.
Yeah.
And the strength just jumps.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So same question, except for injury prevention. If you guys could go back 30 years and be like, hey, you need to take care of better care of your knees. You need to do more mobility. You need to, you know, what would you got? For me, I broke my back twice. There are a couple decisions that I would make different. But then also, I probably would have taken more time to roll out my hips and loosen up so there wasn't so much stress. But I mean, you guys have been at it a good number of years longer than I have.
You know, I lived a dangerous life when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I did a lot of stupid stuff, a lot of really stupid stuff that ended up, I spent more time in the hospital than most people by the time they're my age, before I was 30. So I don't know what I would do differently. I would try not to be stupid.
I think also doing like the big three, that is a safer thing. Like everyone's afraid of the deadlift turning their back, but you were so much safer doing the big compound functional movements as opposed to just trying to stick yourself in a machine built for a 6'1", 180-pound guy and trying to get through it, you know?
The other thing I would do is find some focus. Figure out what it is you want to do, and then focus on that rather than spreading yourself around. I mean, I was, you know, running around playing rugby, trying to play hockey, trying to fight, trying to lift. And, you know, I had a judo coach who told me, look, if you just would focus on judo, you could go to the Olympics. And I said, well, yeah, but I have to give up weightlifting and you know, fighting. And
focus is huge.
Focus is a big deal. So find something that you're passionate about and stick to it. Focus on it. And everything will fall in place.
The world moves out of the way of people who know where they're going. And if at 20 years old I knew where I was going, I would be so much further ahead. However, you live and learn, you know, no regrets. You are who you are because of that. So you guys have both come off competitions fairly recently. What do you guys got coming up? What do you guys hope to achieve in the next year, 5 years, anything coming up? I know you, Dave, you have shoulder surgery coming up, so you're gonna get through that. Yep. And then 6 months later, you're going to be getting after it.
I'll rehab I had my right shoulder fixed 2 years ago. I'll have my left shoulder fixed. These are old injuries. These are injuries from my 20s, doing things improperly, not paying attention to what I was doing, and I injured both of my shoulders back then, and those types of injuries, they get better, but they don't get fixed.
You can only bend a paper clip so many times before it breaks.
Exactly. So I'll get this one fixed, rehab it back into shape, which will take roughly 6 to 8 months.
Yep.
And then I'll be competing again in 2019.
Yep.
So I'll go back to work this fall and work real hard this winter, and next spring be ready.
Absolutely. How about you, Dave? What do you got coming up?
I have the East Coast Most Powerful
Yep.
in July. I have the Pennsylvania Strongest Man in August, and then the Maryland Strongest Man in November.
Awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for taking time to do this. This is going to be helpful for a lot of people.
Yep.
Thanks. All right, guys, so there you go. Like I was saying, guys, those are two individuals who are well-seasoned. They've been there, they've done that. They've seen a lot of things, they've been through a lot of things, they've made a lot of mistakes. They have done super amazing things and have had the lowest lows imaginable. And so when somebody like that starts speaking and they're respectable and they're nice and they want to help you, you had to listen to what they had to say. Those guys just... I love both of them. They're just such amazing people. And guys, if you guys are older lifters, I would encourage you just to get in and do it. My dad did not start lifting until he was 64. And within like 6 months, he worked his deadlift up to 465 pounds. Guys, it is very well possible. The time is never over. You're never too old to start something. You're never too old to reinvent yourself. You are never too old to become the person that you want to be. So just get out there, have some courage, get out there, give it a shot. No one's gonna laugh at you, no one's gonna care. All you have to do is seriously just show up, put out, give what you have, and people will respect it. Guys, I thank you so much. I thank you, Dave and Dave, for helping me out with this video and just sharing some of your experience. It means so much to me, and hopefully I can apply some of those lessons so that I become a little less stupid and hurt myself a little bit less. Guys, more videos coming out later this week. I thank you so much for watching and just for everything you guys do. I will catch up with you later in the week. I gotta get to bed. But go out, do something amazing, realize, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other. Say hi to Nick. Oh, and I'll see you then.